Hey guys, today we'll be talking about mean. And no, not the kind of mean where your brother beats you up. Mean as an average. I like to think of mean as a number that has a good representation of an entire set of numbers. Like for example, let's take the numbers 4 and 2. The average is 3, the value exactly between the two numbers. But what if you have more than two numbers and you want to find the average? That's a little trickier. Let's look at all the points Andy and Caleb scored in this season's basketball games. Andy was sick and did not play game number 4. In some of the games, Caleb scored more than Andy. In other games, Andy scored more than Caleb. Andy played 3 games while Caleb played 4 games. So how do we compare the two players? How do we figure out who's the better scorer? One way we can do this is to even out the points among the games for each player. After we even out the points Andy scored among his 3 games, we see that Andy scored 8 points in each game. So, 8 points is the average number of points Andy scores in a game. Now let's even out the points Caleb scored among his 4 games. So now we can see that Caleb scored 6 points in each game. So Caleb's average points per game is 6 points. Now we found out that Andy's average points per game is 8 and Caleb's average points per game is 6. Now we can tell that Andy is a better scorer. Now that you understand what average means, I'm going to show you another way on how to find the average to make the process easier for large numbers or large sets of numbers. Let's go back and look at Caleb's example. So we add up all his points, which is 24 points, and then we divide it by the number of games he played. So 24 divided by 4 is 6. So the average number of points per game Caleb scored is 6 points. This is basically the same as our even out process, but now we can calculate it in a more standard way, which we can use for large numbers or large sets of numbers. Let's try another problem. Sarah's a professional basketball player and she scored 52, 35, 41, and 28 points this season. So how do we find the average number of points Sarah scored this season? It would be a little challenging to try to draw a graph and use the even out method, but now we can use the formula. So we add up all of Sarah's points, which equals to 156, and then we divide that by the number of games she played, which is 4. So 156 divided by 4 is 39. So Sarah scored an average of 39 points this season. We will talk more about average in the next video. Thank you for watching.